Today we're talking about why self-care for men should mean discipline, not pampering. Self-care for men has been hijacked by scented candles, face masks, and Instagram-friendly bubble baths. Yet male depression, anxiety, and burnout are soaring. If all of this self-care advice is working, why are so many men still struggling? I remember first reading the word metrosexual in a random article, which described urban men who valued meticulous grooming. As with most cultural concepts, the ideal has fallen down the slippery slope. Today's metrosexualized version of self-care is making men soft and fluffy. The truth is that this mainstream narrative has missed the mark. For men, real self-care isn't found in fleeting indulgences. It's forged through discipline. Let me be clear. There is nothing wrong with practical pampering or sharing luxuries with one's wife or little girl. I work in the food industry where it's necessary to keep my nails well groomed. Deep tissue massages are great for promoting detoxification. Similarly, without question, aromatherapy, yoga, and breath work are powerful stress management techniques. However, the commercialized version of self-care thrives on indulgence. Treat yourself is the mantra. Think luxurious grooming kits, expensive gadgets, and passive entertainment. This mode of self-care might feel good at the moment, but it often leaves men feeling more depleted than before. For men especially, the comfort over growth model often leads to lethargy, guilt, and avoidance. Watching another show, skipping the gym, or ordering takeout may provide short-term relief, but it rarely builds long-term well-being. It all fails to align with how many men are wired. Where passive relaxation offers momentary calm, structured challenge, discipline, and mastery provides lasting satisfaction. We have forgotten that discipline is the highest form of self-care for men. Discipline isn't about deprivation or punishment. It's about intentional habits that build strength, resilience, and direction. True self-care means investing in systems that sustain mental, physical, and emotional health. Let's break it down. Regarding physical health, regular training, nutrient-dense meals, and consistent sleep routines are foundations. These aren't luxuries. They're baseline requirements for sustaining well-being. Regarding mental health, journaling, meditating, and even therapy aren't signs of weakness. They're maintenance practices, like oil changes for your brain. Regarding alignment with purpose, setting goals, learning skills, and tackling procrastination fuels a sense of direction. That's not just motivation. It's essential to male mental well-being. Science backs this up. Studies show that discipline brings structure, which reduces anxiety and creates predictability. Achievement, even small doses, boosts beneficial neurotransmitters, hormones, and confidence. In short, progress is medicine. Structured self-care has always been masculine. History is filled with examples of men embracing discipline as a path to self-mastery. Warriors, craftsmen, philosophers, and athletes alike. They didn't build confidence by avoiding discomfort. They sought it out. Today's high performers, from CEOs to elite athletes, don't prioritize indulgence. They thrive on routine, challenge, and consistency. These are not restrictive behaviors. They're liberating. Structure removes the daily burden of decision fatigue and replaces it with forward momentum. Men often find deep satisfaction in measurable progress, lifting heavier weight, saving more money, completing difficult projects. These benchmarks offer clarity and pride, something the vague notion of relaxation often fails to provide. Comfort can sometimes become a trap. Pampering can be a valuable short-term reset, but it's not a long-term solution. A cheat meal might be satisfying, but a consistent diet builds physical and mental confidence. Scrolling through social media may dull stress for a moment, but completing a difficult task relieves it at the root. Men are also biologically driven to seek out and overcome challenge. Testosterone doesn't spike when you're on the couch, it spikes when you're conquering something. Achievement and progress are tightly linked to male well-being. So what do we do now? It's time to reframe self-care for men, not as pampering, but as self-command. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's essential. You are not escaping responsibilities. You are sharpening yourself to face them. Here's how to start. Replace treats with rituals. Early workouts, cold showers, or journaling may not feel like luxury, but they are far more powerful. Be intentional by tracking progress, whether it's strength training, savings, or skills. Measurable growth fuels confidence. Lean into discomfort. Hard work, deep work, and tough conversations build resilience. Find accountability. Train with friends. Share your goals. And create a circle of men who value discipline as much as you do. Now, let's get to the bottom line. The men we admire the most weren't pampered. They were disciplined. Real self-care isn't about constant escape. It's about empowerment. It's time we redefine self-care, not as limitless indulgence, but as intentional action. Discipline isn't the enemy of well-being. It's the path to it.